After 3 national championships, Stewart has 1 goal left to do on the basketball court. A slam dunk. He hopes to jump 7'6" by the end of this year, which will qualify him for the Olympics. And when you think about it, that's 2 feet taller than me. The winner of this week's event will cash a check for $15,000, but that's not all. For the first time in Symetra Tour history, the champion will also win a brand new car. For the 18-year-old apprentice jockey, he's not just happy to be here on opening day at Saratoga. He wants to end up in the winner's circle. In most Olympic Games, athletes are in a tug of war over medals. But in these summer games, it's all about keeping these kids safe and having fun. When the average high school baseball player hits the ball off the bat, comes off at about 80 miles per hour. But when Whitley hits it, comes off at 109, which is a huge reason why he was picked 13th overall in this Major League Baseball draft. It was her vision, but saying it out loud seemed outrageous.
Quote is out there forever.
As the Connecticut coach, Gino Auriemma, was recruiting Brianna Stewart in high school, he asked her what she wanted, and she said, "I want to win 4 national championships."
I was being realistic, you know. Every freshman who comes into college, you want to win a national championship. So why am I going to say that I don't want to win a national championship every single year?
Stewart is the only player in history to be honored as the Final Four Most Outstanding Player 3 years in a row. Now it almost seems expected. 3 down and 1 to go.
No one's won 4.
After 3 national championships, Stewart has 1 goal left to do on the basketball court. A slam dunk.
I always hear it from my teammates. Coach Auriemma, as long as it goes in, he's going to be completely fine.
Coach is on board, so?
If I'm able to, do that, separate myself even more and, maybe spark an interest from other people who wouldn't be watching women's basketball, that would be great.
It won't stop with just 1 dunk or 1 ring. Stewart plans to continue impacting the game after college.
My senior year, and then it's the real world. Not like sitting behind a desk, that kind of thing, but, playing basketball as a job.
4 national championships. Maybe not as outrageous as people thought. In North Syracuse, New York, Megan Salle, NSRT News.
CBS 6 Sports.
With the 11th overall pick of the 1952 NFL Draft, the New York Giants selected Frank Gifford out of the University of Southern California. And that launched one of football's all-time great careers as a player, then announcer. Gifford died this morning. He was 84 years old. Born in 1930, Gifford grew up dirt poor in the Depression-era California, but developed into an All-American at USC, then spent his entire 13-year NFL career with the New York Giants. He played both offense and defense for the G-Men. He was named to 8 Pro Bowls and led New York to the 1956 NFL Championship. Gifford was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1977. And by then, he was a popular announcer on Monday Night Football. He also landed several television and movie roles. Gifford died suddenly at his Connecticut home this morning of natural causes. The New York Giants president John Mara said through a statement today, quote, "Frank Gifford was the ultimate Giant. He was the face of our franchise for so many years." Mara went on to say, "We love him and we will miss him terribly." The Giants, by the way, had a scheduled day off at training camp. 1 year ago, Palace Malice was considered to many the best racehorse in the world, until this poor showing in last year's Whitley. Malice finished a curious and disappointing 6th and was then retired a month later with bone bruising. But today, welcome back to the spa, Palace Malice. After given time to heal, it was announced that the former Belmont winner would run as a 5-year-old. He finished 3rd in the Diablo Stakes at Belmont in May, but was the morning line favorite for today's Aladar Stakes. With a stretch call, here's Larry Colmus.
Up the rail, Golden Ticket, Noble Moon to the outside. Palace Malice has to do better, and My Loot is closing in on the far outside. They still are far behind Bay of Plenty. Here's My Loot into second, but it is Bay of Plenty. Sharp in the Aladar. My Loot was second, Neck and Neck was third, and Palace Malice finished 4th.
So another uninspired performance from Palace Malice in Saratoga. He hit the board fourth, well behind Bay of Plenty. The $2 trifecta was worth more than $300. Shaker graduate Tommy Kahnle earned his first Major League Baseball save on Friday night. And so, at least for now, the closer rolls Kahnle's to lose. This afternoon, the 26-year-old Latham native came on in search of save number 2. Though this didn't help. Leadoff hitter Yuna Escobar is safe on a fielding error. Kahnle then issued a couple walks, and now he's facing the heart of the Nats order with the bases loaded and just one out. But Kahnle throws a strike 3 right by Jason Worth at 95 miles an hour. He also gets a ground out to end the inning. The Rockies win 6-4, and Kahnle is 2 for 2 in save opportunities. The New York Yankees have not been shut out in back-to-back games since May of 1999. It's a stretch of 2,666 games. That's the longest such streak in Major League Baseball history. But after getting blanked out at home by Toronto last night, New York once again looked overmatched at the plate today. New York's 1 through 5 hitters were a combined 0 for 17. Masahiro Tanaka was on the hill for the Yankees, and he made just 2 mistakes, a pair of solo home runs. This is Jose Bautista's 26th of the season, and it's not the kind of souvenir a true Yankee fan wants, so he chucks it back on the field. Respect for that. But terrible aim, he drills left fielder Brett Gardner. The Yankees' last hope is Chase Headley. He goes down on strikes. The Blue Jays sweep the Yankees. Elsewhere in the Bigs, the Mets blew a 3-run lead in Tampa for the second day in a row. And in Detroit, Boston won its rubber game with the Tigers 7-2. And down in the farm, the Tri-City Valley Cats are hosting Lowell this evening. Game 1 of a 6-game homestand for the Cats. Right now, in the 6th inning, the Cats lead the Spinners 3-2. And finally, Kevin Harvick had the checkered flag in sight during the final lap of today's Sprint Cup at Watkins Glen. But he ran out of fuel before he got there. Joey Logano buzzed by him for the win. It's a weekend sweep for Logano. Kyle Busch, by the way, finished second and has now earned enough points to qualify for the chase. That wraps up sports. I'm Megan Salle. Have a good night.